Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 50 Shades of Tay. I'm Taylor Gonzalez, and my guest today plays Teenage Joyce Byers in the newest season of Stranger Things. I'm so excited to be joined by Birdy. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good, thanks. We were just talking about how we're finally getting to meet, even though we feel like
I
we've known each
know.
other for
I
forever.
know, it's so fun. I'm so excited. When you reached out, I was like, oh, duh, I'm
Aw.
there. Are you kidding?
You know what's crazy? My boyfriend and I were watching the newest batch of episodes,
Oh,
and I instantly thought it was you, but I was like, I don't know. I had this feeling, and then after when I finished the episodes and I saw you post it on your Instagram, I was like, oh my God, I clocked it.
I knew it. That's so funny. And it's so fun that like we kind of already have like the same circle going. So like
Yeah.
it's just a matter of time.
Yes, agreed. But yeah, congratulations on
Thank
joining Stranger Things.
you.
What an exciting project to be a part of. How does it feel to be part of the Stranger Things family?
I don't think I even know. Like it doesn't feel like there's a right answer to that because it's just so cool. Like the fact that I've kind of talked about it's like was my first acting job and like the way that you just get to be so blessed to be like, yep, Stranger Things, no big deal. And I don't think I fully have grasped that like, oh, I like made it in the cut before the show's like done. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, it was getting down to the wire and you got in. And what an incredible part to get to play. When you auditioned for Stranger Things, did you know you were specifically auditioning for a young Joyce Byers?
I did. It was going around as Teen Joyce and yeah, so there was definitely already a pressure there, especially for me because I feel like my whole life since I like turned into like a somewhat formed middle school adult-ish person, people were like, "You look so much like Winona Ryder," and I'm like, "Who?" And then as I got into high school, I started watching like 80s movies, and then I just remember one of my best friend's moms at the time was like, "You need to watch Heathers," and that like changed my life. And I was like, "Wait." I think I kind of do look like her, like just a little bit. And then from that point on, it felt like the world started clicking, and they were like, you look just like Winona. You look like Winona." And so like I felt a slight pressure to be like, well, if the Duffer Brothers don't think I look like Winona, then I don't trust anyone I've ever spoken to.
Oh my gosh. Well, how did you react when you got that phone call or you got that email saying that you got the part?
Oh God. Well, funny enough, it was on Winona Ryder's birthday last year that I got the
Oh my
official
God.
yearbook. It had been a long process, no lie, because I'd heard actually like right after I auditioned, they pinned me, and I was like, "What does that mean?" And Mason was like, girl, do you know how important that is?" And I was like, "No." And then I didn't really hear anything, and so it was kind of almost like a full year that I was like, "All right, I'm gonna let that go." And yeah, they called me on Winona Ryder's birthday last year, and I think they had to have known. Like, there's no way they didn't. But
Yeah.
I I was just walking around my room that I'm in right now, and I got the call, and I'm like, oh, what's my agent gonna tell me now? And then I just like freaked out. But it was so like internal because I was like, wait. And then she's like, so do you want the job? And I'm like, yes. What do you mean do I want the job? Like,
My gosh.
yeah, it
That
was kind of
blows
that.
my mind.
And then it was me calling like everybody after that that I knew that I was like, guys, it's finally happening. You know.
Oh my God. That is insane. I can't even, yeah, like what are the odds? They had to have planned it to be on her birthday,
That's
right? They
what I
had to.
need. I need that intel. I need
Yeah.
that to come to me soon because I need to stop like filling my own ego. That's like, yeah, they knew, they cared.
No, I believe it. I really think they did.
So crazy. Yeah, it's
So then
great.
once you got the part, did you do any research to get ready for this, or how did you prep for this
Mhm.
role?
Yeah, so I watched like every Winona movie that I hadn't already seen and then rewatched the ones I had. And surprisingly, I'm like really surprised myself that I had never watched Mermaids until this
Oh,
point. I'd seen like all of her other classics and I don't know. And that, funny enough, is the one I get compared to the most since the show's been out is her and Mermaids. And like that movie, I feel her deeply in my soul. Like the way that she is as a kid, teenager, like, oh my God, hilarious. But yeah, that was cool. And then I also was like super blessed and lucky with this timeline. Last year, I was actually in London for most of the summer. And so I went and saw the Stranger Things play. And I
ooh.
still, of course, had no idea if I was like going to be in it. Right. But I'm like, that'd be pretty cool. I'm in a room. These people don't even know. Like, I might be in a TV show, but, like whatever. And so I got to see it and I went probably more than I should have while I was out there because I was like, well, I'm here. I don't know if it's going to come to the US, like whatever. And weirdly enough, that gave me like so much insight because it's pretty much, what they pulled for the show. And I really had no idea. And so I got to see Isabella Pappas, if you've heard
Oh,
of her. She is well, she was on in the West End for Joyce Maldonado, and she is so talented. I remember watching her and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna do Joyce justice like this. And like she's just so cool. And I really liked her like her take on Joyce. And so I tried my best to like not be an impersonator of anybody, but just kind of grab, like things that are like, well, maybe they'll catch this, maybe they won't. I had no idea how quick the scene would even be. So like, I don't know. I just tried my best to do my best. And I feel honestly very lucky that I had the time that I did, and I didn't even know that it was going to be so like imperative until I got booked. And then I was like, oh, good thing I was in London and got to see the show. And then good thing I had all this time to watch Winona movies when they called me. And, like it worked out really well.
well, I will say it worked out perfectly. You did such a good job that people even thought it might have been AI. What was
Mhm.
your response when you first saw that?
I truly like had not even a clue in my mind that people would think I didn't exist. I don't know. So it still is like an ongoing thing for me. I just saw something else that someone actually AI'd of me.
Oh no.
And that freaked me out because I was just like, A, don't love that. And it's just like things that weren't true that were like, oh, this is gonna happen, blah blah blah. And they made me look really old and ugly.
Oh
And I was like,
no.
why did you do this to me? And like AI is supposed to make you look like I don't know. But so seeing the actual AI was scary, but then people thinking that was it just I don't know, like it's a compliment in itself, but it is kind of weird because these people are commenting on my page so they can see my Instagram that I am very much a real person. And they're still like, no, I think they CGI'd her face. And I'm just like,
Oh my
okay,
gosh.
whatever you think, sure.
Yeah, I love all the behind the scenes pictures and looks you've been posting. That's so fun. And how cool is it that Mason's picture, what room is that in? It's like in the hair and makeup room?
The hair trailer. I know that whole story is so funny. Like Sarah didn't know I was dating him, obviously, until I went for which she's the lead hair on Stranger Things. And she apparently really loved Mason. And I kind of knew that, but I was like, maybe I'll bring it up, maybe I won't. And so I went in for my wig test and I was just kind of like talking. And she's like, so have you watched the show? Like whatever. And I was like, funny enough, my boyfriend actually was in the show. I think you might know who he is. And like I told her, and she's like, what? Mason? And I was like, yeah, isn't that so crazy? And she was like, I have his photo up in the trailer. And I was like, well, funny enough, he's actually like in the parking lot right now. And she's like,
Oh,
bring him in. So he actually got to come into my wig test, and it was very sweet. And yeah, then I got to see him in the trailer and when I went to shoot. So it was very cute, very fun.
oh, that is incredible.
Yeah.
Just such a sweet story that you're both in Stranger Things and so fun.
Yeah. He's on my wall. There's a glare, but this is his
Oh my gosh, yeah.
glare.
Oh, I
I
totally
have
see it
him
now.
sign things for me since he's like a
Oh,
celebrity.
oh, that's sweet. So now that you've had a chance to go through Winona's insane filmography and you got to see movies like Heathers and Mermaids, what is your all-time favorite performance of Winona Ryder's?
Probably Reality Bites.
Ooh.
I love that movie. I think every role she's ever done is so grounded and real, but like that one, I feel like I don't know, maybe it just really related to me at the time and still does. So I'm like, yeah, I feel that in my soul. But I think that's like my favorite of hers. I'd have to think. Well, then there's like a classic, of course, Edward Scissorhands is like a dream role.
Mhm.
She's so good in it, but it's also just like the setting and like the scale of the movie is like that is a dream in itself. So it just felt like every like part of that came together so perfectly. So maybe those two. I feel like those are kind of where I'm at right now.
I'm glad you had an answer because for me it's impossible. Every time I watch something of hers, I'm like, okay, this is my favorite. And then I'll watch
Mhm.
Beetlejuice and I'll be like, okay, this is my
Yeah.
favorite. Or yeah, Edward Scissorhands, incredible. Just what a cool person to get to play, the same character. As far as I know, you two are the only two people to ever play Joyce Byers. That's
That
crazy.
also, unless I'm mistaken, I don't think she's ever been played young on TV or film before, which also
Oh,
freaked me out. I
wow.
don't know. I like to my knowledge, which maybe is not very much, but at least to what like I said, what I know, I'm pretty sure she hasn't, and that also freaked me out because, like, again, she is a very iconic woman in film. And so that just kind of opens you up to a whole new level of like love and praise, but also a lot of scrutiny. And people go, "You don't look like her. You look nothing like her." I'm like, "That's okay. I'm not trying to be her. I just is just what I'm told. I don't know."
Well, something that I was very curious about is I know you got your start in modeling. So
Mhm.
I was wondering, did modeling help you with your acting career so far? Like, did it help you as far as like maybe being more comfortable in front of a camera, or maybe being a little bit more willing to put yourself out there?
Yeah, I would say 100% because I mean, all modeling is putting yourself out there, especially I think in some ways a little more vulnerable than acting because you're in this case you're really just being judged on how you look. Like there is no like let me at least show you that I'm a cool person or I'm nice or whatever and maybe that'll help me get booked. It's like you no no I don't. Okay. And then you're like, well, I can't take it personally because I guess it's not me, but it kind of is. So I think in that way, like the rejection part of it, I don't get phased when I don't hear from an interview or for an audition. I don't care really. Obviously, Stranger Things was a little different. I was like, well, that would be insane, especially for a first job. But anything else, I don't think I've really been like super like torn that I didn't get something because I'm so used to being, oh, you're this close. Oh, you got released the night before the show. Like there's kind of modeling is a crazy world. I will tell you that. It can be really awesome and it can be really hard, really fast. And like show seasons, like Fashion Week, all that, it is a time to be alive, but it's also by the end of it, you're like, how did I do that? I ate like one meal a week because I had no time to eat. And then I ate everything all at once. And now I didn't sleep for a month. You're like, how did I function through any of that?
Ugh, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so other than Joyce, since now you have portrayed Joyce on
Mhm.
screen in Stranger Things, who is your favorite Stranger Things character?
Ooh. Oh, like just that I like or who I would want to be if I was in the show?
Ooh,
Oh,
okay, either one, either one.
okay. Well, I would say my favorite character is Max, not even just because I got to work with Sadie Sink, but I have always liked her character because I think I relate to her the most. She's like the tomboy, she's very stern and stubborn, but also like really cool and determined and is a great friend. And so I'm hyping myself up there a little bit. I think well, I'm just all those things, but I would say her or ooh, what's like a fun one? Who I guess yeah, who would I want to play? Maybe Hopper. I know it's
Ooh,
sorry, but like he just gets to like be like, "Meh, I hate you, whatever." Like I feel like
uh,
he's got such a fun dynamic, especially with the kids in season one, like when he's interviewing them
mhm.
and like they're in the school, he like pulls them out to go to like the principal's office. Like that scene is so funny because it's just like Gaten, Caleb, and uh Finn, I think it's them three just like totally goofing off. I think actually in real life they're like totally like improv and stuff, and he's like, "Bah, get it together," and it
Oh
works for
my
the
gosh.
scene because they're kids.
All right, I think
Yeah.
my favorite Stranger Things character, other than Teenage Joyce Byers, is Will. I think I've always just
Ooh,
related to him, and
okay.
especially like in season 4 when he's in the backseat of the car and has that emotional breakdown scene. I know.
No.
Okay, but now when I think about it, I think of that meme. Have you seen that meme where it's like what is it, the back of a thumb or something like that?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, poor guy. He's having a moment too.
I know. But that's such a great role and such a great character. So I think maybe Will would be my favorite. And I'm so nervous about the future of this season, these final episodes.
Oh
Fingers crossed
no.
that he makes it out alive. That's all I have to say.
I truly don't know anything about how this show ends. I'm very much watching as a fan, and
That's good.
I also am like, I don't know what is gonna happen because everyone's I don't know if you've seen the memes that are like me on Christmas Day when Steve dies and my family's opening gifts. It's like you like
Yeah.
breaking the TV or whatever. And I don't I don't think he's gonna die. I don't know. I feel like that's like the obvious to be like, oh, let's
Yeah.
get him, to get the fans and kill Steve and that'll really get him. But like I don't think that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Okay, I could see them killing him
Hmm.
because of his huge music career now, right? However, there's no season 6, so they don't have to
Right.
worry about if he's on tour. So it's
Yeah.
like, well, you don't have to kill him now. Like, you don't have to worry about writing him
He
out
can
or
live.
anything like that. So you can just let him live a nice, long, happy, healthy
Yeah.
life. But isn't it good that you don't know what's going to happen next because you can enjoy
Oh
it for yourself and not be like, oh, I already know how it
yeah.
all
Oh,
unravels or how it all comes together. So you're good.
100%. Because even watching episode 4 that I'm in, I could
Mhm.
not enjoy that because the whole time I was like, when do I show up? I'm scared. What if it's
Mhm.
terrible? What if I suck? Like, oh my gosh. And so we had a big watch party for it down in Nashville with Mason and all of our friends and our friend Hunter, who's also in the show. We all like
Yeah.
had a thing together, and so Mason, of course, just like skips to my scene just so we can all watch it, and then we go through and watch like 1 through 4. But so that helped a little bit, but I was definitely freaking out because then Netflix crashed, of course, as we all expected.
Mhm.
And so then I'm sitting there like biting my fingers, and some people are already like, "Hey, I can like I'm about to go to episode 4," and I'm like, "I can't even click it yet. Like I'm so scared. Don't send me this."
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I'm very grateful that I can just watch as a fan,
Yes.
and I'm excited. Gonna go to theaters for the finale.
Oh,
I
good.
think,
That's what I was going to
yeah,
ask you about. I
yeah.
got my ticket. The AMC app crashed, but I was able to get back in and get my tickets. So, what is it on New Year's Eve at 5 p.m.?
It's
So,
so they opened more slots up because fans were like going crazy. So they did New Year's Eve and then New Year's Day. You can actually still go see it.
mhm.
And I think theaters around me, yeah, there was like barely any. So I'm going to some random theater like an hour away with my friends because I was like, I'm seeing this in theater if it's gonna be like, I don't know if they have actually said or if it's just rumored that it's like 2 hours and 30 minutes, but
Oh,
that is insane.
on the AMC app, I think it's like 2 hours and 20 minutes or 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
just a little bummed that I'm in like the normal theater, not the recliner, because I was like,
Oh,
oh, I could
same.
use a
I'm not
recliner
either.
for this.
Yeah, I'm not either because the one that is around me that does do recliners, they're not even showing it. So I was like, well, I guess
Dang.
I'm not gonna go there.
All right, so I thought of this question earlier when I was on my way to go pick up some sushi for lunch. I think it's such a fun question. If you were being captured by Vecna and we
Ooh.
had to play a song to save you, do you know what song it would be?
Oh gosh. So okay, I will preface. Do you know who the Living Tombstone is?
Oh, it sounds really familiar.
They sing like the FNAF theme song.
Oh,
The
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I when I did the whole Spotify thing that happened in like right when the show came out in 2022, I think season 4, it was like, who would save you from Vecna? Your Vecna playlist. My top song on there was No Mercy by the Living Tombstone, which is the song that's like, I wanna be Tracer. I'm already Trace. Like it's crazy.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
so that's what it was, which honestly, it would still save me from Vecna. Are you kidding me? Like, if you put the Living Tombstone on and you play like any of the FNAF soundtrack from them, I'm good.
All right.
I'm gonna get Freddy Fazbear actually with me, and Vecna's got no chance.
Yeah.
But as a normal answer, I would say, ooh, probably anything Haley Williams, anything
Oh, okay.
Paramore. That's like my ego night bag is right here. I love
Oh,
Haley Williams. Her record's actually like right behind my computer because I just got it in the mail. Um, I love her. So maybe, ooh, this is my answer. It's gonna be Let the Flames Begin live at the Red Rocks 2014, I think.
all right.
It's get to like the bridge of the song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ascend. I'm gonna actually turn into Vecna and then I'm gonna kill him.
Oh my God. You're gonna be like that SpongeBob meme where he's like floating with the
Literally,
headphones in.
I'm just gonna float up. I'm not even kidding. Listen to that song if
Okay.
you are feeling like you need to because it's amazing.
Red Rocks, it's the outdoor amphitheater in Colorado, right? Have you been
Mhm.
there yet? It's so cool.
I haven't, but I also love Greta Van Fleet, if you know who they are. And they
Oh,
did this was like back in like oh maybe 2019 or something. They did a show there and they recorded it, and it's like the most ethereal thing I've ever seen. It's like the lighting's perfect. There's like a perfect wind, and I'm like, I need to go to this venue. Why have I not?
yeah, it's incredible. I got to go because my aunt and uncle used to live in Colorado and they took me because I was like really into music growing
Yeah.
up. We just went to like walk around. There wasn't a show that day, but I just
Mhm.
remember being like amazed that it's just this giant outdoor amphitheater
A
and
rock.
yeah,
Yeah.
everywhere you look, it's just like beautiful. And there were groundhogs everywhere. They get all
Oh.
these free concerts. I was jealous. Wait, no, prairie dogs. They were prairie dogs. That's what they were.
Oh,
Sorry
that's
to the
so amazing.
groundhog
And
community.
you're like, oops, I've never seen one in real life, but I would love that. Sounds amazing.
Oh,
Ooh,
they were
ooh,
so cute.
I need to see if there's some shows going on out there because that oh, I'm such a concert person. Like music is my thing, so that would be amazing.
Who are some of your other favorite artists?
Well, so for reference, I think my top 5, I can probably also pull it up. I know for sure it was Haley Williams, Paramore, My Chemical Romance, Crystal Castles,
Ooh.
and Where's my I think that was that five already. I don't know. I listened to like the most random assortment of music. Oh, I love Panic at the Disco,
Oh
but
my
like
gosh.
2009 Ryan Ross Panic at the Disco.
Hmm.
Sorry to the Brendan Urie stands out there. I don't know. That was like their peak, I think. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm a little more. Oh, Pierce the Veil. That's my other one.
Oh, nice.
I'm
Okay.
I'm a little more into like the grungy. As you can see, I have Haley Williams literally everywhere on my
Aw.
wall. Oh my God. Yeah, I would say that's it. What about you?
Ooh, okay. I listen to a lot of Somber, like 24/7. I'm
Oh
obsessed with his
yeah,
album.
I
So
do like his
good.
music.
I love Chappell Roan, Charlie XCX, Lady
Mhm.
Gaga, obviously. As you can tell, very, very gay
No, but I
music
love that.
taste.
This
Yeah.
is a fun little story for you. Growing up, I loved Lady Gaga. So I would always, me and my cousin at my aunt's house, they had a huge driveway. We would always choreograph dances, the classic, can we have a sleepover if we do whatever? But it was always Lady Gaga. And my favorite song to this day by her is Paper Gangsta, if you
Oh
know
my
that
God,
song.
yes.
That's a deep cut. I love that song. Anything from the first album, especially,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm there.
Oh, that's great. I remember before I came out, and everyone knew how much I liked Gaga, I would be like, oh yeah, it's because she's so hot. And I was like, it's because I think,
You're like, yeah, yeah, exactly, actually.
oh man, how did we get here? But I will say, you know what they do sometimes? I think they've done it maybe at the Hollywood Bowl. They do like movies and TV shows and they play with a live
Oh,
orchestra and then they show it on the screen. What if they did Stranger Things at the Red Rock Amphitheater with a live orchestra?
I would have to be there, right? Like, there's no way I
Yeah.
can't be there for that.
That they need to do that for the finale. I know we're like days away and it's the clock's ticking, but we
You're
can
like,
put this together.
they can figure it out. Like, they have the budget. It's Netflix. They can do it.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
but yeah, also I'm actually coming back out to LA end of next year because I, my best friends are the bestest friends in the world. They somehow got us through the Ticketmaster war of the second half of the Black Parade. Like,
Oh
re,
wow.
they're like I don't, there's some lore to it. I don't know if it's like continued of the first tour or if they're like the Black Parade is dead, now it's alive. There's a whole thing. But I'm going to see them on the 20th anniversary of Black
Wow.
Parade at is it the Hollywood Bowl? I've never been. Is
Yeah. Oh,
that what
you're
it's
gonna
called?
love it. It's so
I'm doing
nice.
2 nights. I feel so
Wow.
incredibly lucky. Like I just got to see them at Soldier Field in Chicago in
Ooh.
August this year for the Black Parade, and then they announced more dates, and I said, I'm gonna have to be there. I don't really have a choice. Like I will fly to LA. I don't care.
Oh my gosh. Okay, speaking of 20-year anniversaries, you mentioned Panic at the Disco. We're coming up on the 20-year anniversary of Pretty Odd, which is insane because that's not even their first album.
I
So
know,
it's
but it's
like,
like
how did this? I'm so old. I'm
no.
so old. I want you to know this.
Well,
When I
you
talked to Mason last, we were talking about Scream, and then I was like, he was like, "Oh, I wish I was alive like when it was in theaters." And I was like, "Me too." And I was like, "Wait a second."
you said, oh, I take
I
that
was like,
back.
I was alive when it was out in theaters."
Wait, but you don't look old at all. You
Oh,
look
thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you.
You're aging gracefully, so therefore nobody has to know.
Yeah, nobody
Um,
has to know.
that is wild though. I see videos all the time and like people post like their ticket stubs from like
Oh
2009,
yeah.
whatever when they went, and I'm like, what was it like to go to a concert that cost you $20 and you were in the front?
I
No,
know. I used to go to concerts all the time, and now the price of one concert is the price of like what 10 used to be.
yeah, you could buy a car with a concert. That's why I'm like, even with MCR, I had to be realistic. I was like, you know what? I will only spend this much because yes, it's an experience, but let's be for real. That is way too much money.
I did want to bring up one more thing.
Yeah.
Soft Side, which I just watched the other day. I loved it so much. You guys like perfectly capture the like aesthetics and the look and feel of the 80s.
Mhm.
And I know the 80s is like a big influence on you. So how would you say the
Oh,
80s, impacts your career choices when it comes to acting and modeling?
I think it's just like the best time to have been alive, and I wasn't even there. Like I remember, as I told you with like the whole Heathers thing, when my best friend's mom at the time told me about it, that year I like spiraled into anything 80s I wanted. And like for Christmas, my friends would ask me like all this stuff. And I remember my best friend, she made me an I love 80s like little chalkboard,
Oh,
and it had like Sean Astin on it, Johnny Depp. Like she just like picked random 80s men that I liked. And she put it on there, and I had it in my room forever. forever. And I think I like just finally took it down because I was like, it doesn't really match my room right now, so I gotta take it off.
Oh,
But I think it was just like movies looked cooler then. Like I don't know, like the vibe was just felt very authentic and real. And I am saying all this with no actual like evidence of knowing, but I don't know, something about it just seems like it was a little more grounded and fun.
mhm.
And of course, there wasn't social media and all this other stuff that like takes you out of reality, right? So maybe that's part of it. Well, definitely part of it. But I also think this is such a random side note, but I fell in love with River Phoenix at that time.
Oh, huh.
And I don't know if you know who that is or
Yes, yes, yes,
maybe.
yes.
So that also sent me into a spiral. Like he's even in my Instagram bio. He's been in my bio forever. I just put RJP at like the end of things because
Oh,
I so much like looked up to him when I finally like read about him. I have one of his books that obviously he didn't write, but it was written about him and his life. And I don't know. I think from there I was like, whoa, like this was such a different time, and it was a scary time in some ways, but really cool. And like that book also talks about like how Johnny Depp got a start and Brad Pitt, and it was like,
mhm.
whoa, like I think Brad Pitt was at like a Del Taco or something like crazy, and you're like, whoa, like it just felt, I don't know, more real. And I'm saying that like I was literally born in 2001. What do I know? But
2000, that is crazy. That's fucking crazy.
it is.
I
I
can't believe it.
That's
I
so
will say I was not alive in the 80s. Okay, I was not. So I don't know
crazy.
either.
So
But it did look like a lot of fun, right? It looked like you would go out and disco and you
yeah,
would go out and party and just
everything was just a vibe. And like the movies, like I said, then it just felt like, I don't know, something about it. Like Breakfast Club comes to mind, of course, but it just felt so like, oh, I bet that was like awesome
mhm.
to do. But maybe they had a terrible time. I don't know. But
Oh
like,
my gosh,
it
yeah.
just seems like something that I would like fantasize. It's like, that's awesome. Or, and then just kind of, again, like I said, sent me into a spiral of like, ooh, 80s this, 80s that. And then I really, this is when I found that I was like, oh, I like 80s and 90s boys. Like, what is this? And so like it was like River Phoenix and then randomly Will Wheaton and
Oh, okay,
um,
okay.
Jonathan Brandis were like
Oh,
my top three like 80s, 90s crushes. And sadly, two of them are no longer with us. But Will Wheaton,
mhm.
he's my Trekkie. I love Star Trek.
Oh.
So Wesley Crusher for life.
All right, all right. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Uh, I could sit here all night, honestly, and talk with you about music and
I
the
know.
80s and all these fun, like I'm having so much fun talking
Me
with you.
too. I love it.
But I did want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join me. I really appreciate
Of
it.
course.
In the meantime, where can people follow you and keep up with all your other upcoming projects?
Ooh, so right now I'm kind of just working on some short films with Mason.
Mhm.
We've got some cool stuff that we're cooking up. And yeah, I have some like potential pending projects after the holidays are over. We'll kind of see if they go through and what happens with them. But right now I'm kind of just on Instagram, and I'm like very badly on Instagram, so I'm trying to be better. So if you guys want to come see me there, I'll try my best to like do something cool. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of it right now. We're just gonna see where the wind takes me.
Hmm,
But
hmm.
also, you should watch the finale of Stranger Things. Might be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Ooh, okay, okay. I'm not going to even ask because I don't want to know, but I do want to say I am so like proud of you and so excited for you and so happy for you. Congratulations on everything, and I hope to see you very soon.
Yes, and then we can actually meet when I come back.
Yes, yes, for real.
Yeah,
Bye, Birdie.
bye.